want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Look, there he goes left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and following the pick 6. And they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork. to increase his accuracy.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 16. Oh, he slipped right by him. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now back to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Leopard!
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears are in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Looking to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Ain't people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Set. Green.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to find Bruce, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Switch. I got it. All right, now, Lucky 56. Detroit.
Back to throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now Conley's got it over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll look to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Trying to find Bruce, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Mike, check. 59. Hot.
This is Cohen. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
here we go.
That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Coaching career. And he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Detroit! Hey, alert 3.
Again, it's Cohen. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears add on.
That's 6, baby. We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. To throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep down, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
319! 319!
He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. They can't hang with us. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They run. This is Cohen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.